Hello, Taurus. So, Taurus, you are the star of the show for the next 18 months. Welcome to your Tarot 2022 general reading. So, Taurus, like I said, you're the star of the show. I feel that you felt like probably the star of the show even in 2021 because you had the Uranus square to Saturn. Saturn's in your 10th house as well. That was about your career. So the energies of 2022 is that you're still working with those energies. You're still, especially with the squares that are happening when it comes to like yourself and your career, on where your life wants to be, or where you want your life to be. And with the North Node in your sign and the South Node in your 7th house, this is to do with, where you want your relationships to be, where you want your, it's about your goals as well. It does come into conjunction with Uranus. So there's going to be lots of changes that are going to be happening. This could be changes within your life, your general life, your physical body. Some of you decide to just change, do something very drastic. That could shock people at work. It could even shock you. There could be new additions to the family. There could be a huge overhaul in how you speak, how you dress, in your home life as well. Some of you may decide to like move. There could also be lots of changes in your relationship. Some of you could decide that you want to be, kind of a bit more confident, instead of, if there's anything brewing, instead of you keeping quiet, you may decide to say something that could change the whole dynamic. And even at work, people will see that, oh, this person is not to be messed with, even though they are quiet and working by themselves. So there's a lot changes, and we have another conjunction that's happening, which is going to be in your 11th house. We have the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. And, this is about, your goals, your dreams. They're going to be definitely changing. There can be, because Neptune's involved, there can be some, how can I put this? Yeah, there can be some, it can be a bit of a daydream when it comes to like your friends. There may be some shocking stuff that comes out about your friends that you didn't want to see, but nevertheless, you're gonna have new friends coming now for the next 13 years, and also even like your dreams as well. So you're gonna be, yes, you're gonna have a lot of, there can be some stress and strains, but still you're going to be having, it's very life changing. The last time the nodes were in your sign was 18 years ago, in 2002 to 2004. So there was a lot going on. We also had this Saturn Jupiter conjunction, which was in your sign as well for the past 20 years. So I feel some of you may even look back on those 20 years and see how far you've come, and knowing that this is a new chapter for you. So let's get to your cards. That's a little general overview. Obviously, there's more stuff that's going to be happening, but the main thing is that the nodes are in your sign. So the first card that you have is the Four of Pentacles, Taurus. And this is to do with, holding on to things that we feel comfortable in. And I feel that with the Four of Pentacles, I feel this more comes into effect. This is a Capricorn card, and it comes more, I feel it's more into effect in January. Because, if you listen to your December tarot, or even like your solar eclipse, there is this energy that, you are planning for the future. And you're very serious about the future. There's going to be like no stone unturned. And if some of you are really into astrology, some of you are going to feel these like changes, like these physical changes. So when we are doing something for ourselves, when we are doing something seriously for ourselves, there is, and especially if it's concerning like our, the goal and our future, general things, but it's definitely for the future. We don't want nothing to disturb it. We don't want nothing to really distract it. So I feel a lot of you have probably made a lot of like, like a New Year's resolution, and this is what you're going to stick to. And you don't want any blockage. You don't want, not any blockages, but you don't want anything to change it in any way, because this is what you have in your mind, and this is how it's going to be. So yes, so in January, this is like the main thing, especially when the nodes go into the North Node goes into Taurus. You know, we had the lunar eclipse, which is in your sign as well. So there's this flash of change, like, okay, this is it. And that's what I feel a lot of you are going to be working towards for the next 18 months. Because Uranus is going to be involved in some shape or form this year, or in 2022, there's going to be a lot of change. There's something that's going to disturb your plans, Taurus. So by you holding on too much, it can actually hinder your progress in some way. But I feel that you guys need to see that. So the Four of Pentacles is also to do with money as well. So even like how you're viewing money, like your values on money. So some of you may decide that you're not going to spend, you're just going to save. You're just going to spend money on the essentials, like, you know, your bills, you know, your mortgage. And, you know, even like if you have any kids as well, you're not going to be overspending on them. You are going to be saving. You want to build like a legacy. But sometimes there's something that's going to come that's going to make you spend. So it's just, you know, the Four of Pentacles is just a guide to just show you that it's really good to have a goal, have a plan, but know that these plans are going to change. And even if you hold, and the more tightly you hold on to it, the more the goals and plans, it's not like it won't work. It's just that things are going to come in that's going to disrupt it. And also, what are you going to do? Are you going to get angry? Are you going to just go quiet? Are you going to sulk? Or are you going to dig your heels in and try to still control it? So it's just about giving a bit of leadway. And Uranus is actually helping a lot of you Tauruses anyway. It's just showing you how you are viewing like materialism, you know, when it comes to self-care and the food and the clothes and, you know, the looks, makeup, jewelry. That's all changing. And some of you are actually feeling that. Some of you are probably like knowing it's there, but digging your heels in. So like, I do feel this is and also you have Venus, which is in your 9th house as well, which is helping you with your ideals and your, you know, your grand plans as well. It's going to be helping broaden your mind. So yeah, the first card you got is the Four of Pentacles, which is guiding you to continue to plan, but also know that there's something that's going to be changing as well. Second card you have is the Hangman. And the Hangman, and I feel this is definitely for when we come into that Neptune Jupiter conjunction. This is going to be, I feel some of you Tauruses, like in 2022, just have this realization that, you know, certain things really do have to go. But you, again, I feel some of you could be digging your heels in, like, you know it needs to go, but you digging your heels, but also very busy with your goals. So it's about listening to your intuition, really listen to your intuition. It will guide you very well. I feel some of you may even decide to take up a spiritual practice, but this could be with a group. So you could be seeking a group, but also mind out for the group as well, because that group could be wanting you also to like put funds in, or they could be trying to, because the group could also be a cult, because the 11th house is about groups and organizations. But I do say it's cults and organizations as well. So, you know, it's about because the Hangman is it is about listening to, you know, your intuition, but it's also the card of the martyrdom. It's also, because this is the Neptune card, and Neptune is about the fog, don't want to see what's being seen, but then we can play the victim when things don't go our way. We can also play the victim when we, you know, like basically feeling sorry for ourselves because we saw it, but we didn't want to see it. But also this card is about deception as well. So some of you could be deceiving yourself, believing something that you know is not right, but it looks nice because Neptune's about it's about glamour. So, you know, I feel that this card is definitely for the Jupiter Neptune conjunction. So if you are seeking like a new group or a new goal, because this group could actually, you know, it could be two things. On one hand, this group could be brilliant for you. You know, you could be seeking like you wanting like friends that are really loyal and aligned with what you're about, and you could find that. On the other hand, they can appear that they're like this, and then you have to like spend money, or you know, they always want you to, you know, put this amount of money, or they may want you to meet up at this certain time, and or they may want you to believe in this, what they're believing in. And you know, and even though you don't believe in it, you don't want to let it go because you've invested so much in it as well. The Hangman is also guiding you, Taurus, to, you know, when you're having that downtime, alone time, to listen to what is going on within the heart, because the heart will tell you a lot. The heart will tell you a lot. So some of you may decide to do some, you know, meditation work or chakra cleansing work, especially heart chakra cleansing work. Some of you could be quite confused about your goals, especially this card, like your goals or what's not being said. So that's one of the reasons why I feel some of you may even want to, you know, you may be quite not really sure about meditation or spiritual work, but I feel that this will actually help, especially if it's in a group that you're aligned with. And if you do find like your people, Taurus, you know, they are all what you've wanted, then it's actually a brilliant thing. You know, so there can be some deception along the way, but as long as you listen to your heart center, it will guide you well. It will tell you yes, it will also tell you no. When we come to your third card, you have the Strength cards. Now, some of you could be Leo rising, Leo moon. The Strength card is a card of strength. It's a card of that, you know, you've a lot, you know, it's about being through a lot, coming through the dark side and coming out into the light. It's also showing that some of you Tauruses, I feel that in 2021, you have been, obviously you have been through a lot because of the squares that have been in your 10th house with a boss, you know, a father figure. This could be about your status. Some of you was due a promotion, more money, and you didn't get it. And now you've changed. Some of you have, now I feel some of you in 2022 have got the guts to actually stand up for yourself. You're going to say your piece, say what you need to say, whether it's harsh or whether it's, you know, fair or not. The Strength card is also going to be shining this light on you that, you know, to look towards the future and not to the past, you know, not fear the strength that you have, because you've always had it. And I feel that, you know, the Strength card is going to play a huge part in a lot of you Taurus's lives, especially when it comes to, like, you know, your work life, Taurus. You know, the Strength is also guiding you to, you know, have the courage and the strength to change up something within your like appearance, change, you know, how you communicate, change in, yeah, not being afraid to change in what your worth is, you know, and also don't be afraid to go it alone. You know, don't be afraid to leave anything as well. I feel some of you Taurus, you know, one of the reasons why I feel some of you Taurus may like hark back to the past is because it's what is expected of you. But you're not the same how you used to be like 5 years ago. You know, how you was 20 years ago, Taurus, is you're not the same now. You're very different. And I feel some of you actually forget that. You know, Uranus being in your sign is actually helping you, not hindering you. You know, yes, it's going to be, yes, it's disrupting your flow, but it's actually helping you. You know, and the Strength card is also showing you that all will be well as long as you follow your heart, and, you know, don't take any crap from anyone. Okay, because some of you Taurians are very quiet as well. And Taurus in general, they're the most stable out of all the fixed sign. They're the most stable out of the earth signs. And just because you're stable, Taurus, doesn't mean that you're a pushover. So I feel some of you are going to let that be shown, let that be known as well in 2022. And I think it's a mixture of the, the North Node in your sign, Uranus in your sign as well. The North Node's an 18-year cycle for a lot of you Taurians. So even if you're having your North Node return as well, you can listen to this message too, because how you was 18 years ago, you're no longer that. So use that strength that you have within you, even if it does take a while for it to build. When it's time to let it out, let it out. When we come to your final card, Taurus, when it comes to like your final card, it's either a planet or a sign card. You have Mercury. So Mercury is about communication. A lot of you are going to be communicating a lot. Communicating with new friends, new goals. I feel a lot of you are going to have a lot of stuff on your mind. So it's really good to write it down. Write down your goals. Write down your dreams. I feel there's going to be lots of texting, lots of emails that's going to be going on as well this year. In 2022, and there's also could be some good news that's concerning like something to do within your neighborhood, good news within your siblings as well. I feel a lot of you are going to be more in contact with your siblings too, and if some of you don't really talk to neighbors, this will be the time that you guys may even get to know your neighbors and even your neighborhood. Some of you may even decide, because you got Uranus in your sign, that you actually want to travel. Now that the gates are sort of opening slowly, you might decide, actually, I want to like do some like short distance travel. So that's something you guys could definitely be doing. And yes, there's lots of communication this year, even the quiet Taurians. So this is actually for Sun, Moon, I forgot to say, for Sun, Moon and Rising. So yes, it's a new beginning, Taurus, and it's going to be, I feel that it's going to be a bit of a shock to a lot of people who are used to seeing one side of you. You're going to be showing a completely different side, but you're still going to be having that charm about you. So yes, lots of communication, is Mercury card saying. So yes, so that's for you, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed your 2020 tarot card message. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and feel free to let me know how it's been for you in 2022. And thank you very much for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye.